Howdy. This is Hayden Riley, broker associate with Inhabit Real Estate Group out of College Station, Texas, and welcome to the Brazos Valley MLS update. In this monthly video, we dive into the previous month's statistics, discussing what this could possibly mean for the real estate market here in the Brazos Valley. The information is provided by the Bryan College Station MLS and the Texas Real Estate Center, and it is general information. So if you would like to know what this could possibly mean for your individual situation, feel free to click on the link below in the comments and schedule some one-on-one time with me. If this video is your speed, you enjoy this kind of information, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, and you'll be notified when the next video drops. Without any further ado, let's get started. Howdy, everyone. It is December of 2023, which means we're going over November's numbers. Happy holidays. And let's get started with average days on market like we always do. This is for the month of November. As I mentioned before, you can see we're following the green line. So we're looking, this is a pretty sharp decrease in average days on market month over month. October, we were at 109, and now we're at 95, which is typically, or at least this year, we were in the 90s and the 80s during the summer and the spring. So to see that average days on market for a fall month, it's remarkable. Or at least at this point, it's remarkable. It wasn't during the pandemic, but now that we're past that, definitely a good indicator of activity and a potential indicator that we're in a seller's market still. For those of you not familiar with average days on market, it's not the number of days from when a property is listed until it's under contract. It's the number of days from when it's listed until it closes. Units sold, otherwise known as closed transactions. You can see, again, following the green line, and I didn't do this for Christmas, I promise, but that green line, you can see it pretty much is following the red line. And the red line is from 2019. And as far as that is concerned, for 2019, that was our pre-pandemic number. And it just shows us that, we're about where we were before the pandemic hit. So and what that also means is, in 2019, we were still in a seller's market. So we're still in a seller's market now, in my humble opinion. But just operating at a slower pace than we were during the pandemic. But that is to be expected with interest rates being higher. So for the month of November, 226 closed transactions compared to 224 in October. So not much of a change there. We'll probably hover around that number for another month or two before popping back up. Usually that happens in March, April time window. The activity starts up again. New listings taken because our peak of sold transactions happens during May, June, or July, one of those months. You can see that the new listings, the lion's share of new listings come on before that, April, March, around that time window. For this year, remarkably, our peak was actually in May and not in those months, but typically the peak is during those months. And we are back on trend for the fall with 312 new listings taken November compared to October. But we'll continue to decrease that number through the end of 2023. And then the number of new listings on the market will most likely pop up a little bit come in January, and then a lot once we get to February, March time window. Now, this report is only for Bryan College Station. The other three, the other graphics that we were looking at, those were for the entire 7-county area. So for College Station and Bryan, the median price point, 300,000, which is down 2.2%. Active listings are up 29%, and that sounds like a lot. And I guess typically it would be, but about this time last year, we had a very low inventory, so it's to be expected that that's going to be an increase anyway. Days on market, 93, so not that far off from that 95 number we saw at the very beginning. Price distribution, where it usually is, really, with the lion's share of our active listings between $200,000 and $300,000. The closed sales are down 3.1% compared to the November of last year. Months of inventory, 3.5 compared to 2.3 in November of 2022. The months of inventory, the way that we calculate that is we ask the question, what would happen, or how many, actually, given the scenario where we sell just as many properties as we sold in the month of November over and over again without adding inventory, how long would it take for us to deplete our inventory entirely? And the answer is 3.5 months. So there you go. There's your trivia for the day. Next, we're looking at the weekly market activity. This is something that I have put together based on numbers from the local MLS, just to see, are we going to continue seeing the same kind of activity that we've seen on the previous slides in the coming months? I do this by looking at how many properties went under contract in a week as a percentage of the active listings. So this last week, 67 properties went under contract out of 1,177 active listings. So 5.7% of our inventory was gone or taken off the market. So that's, pretty good for this time of year. I've not really seen anything of concern up to this point that would tell me that it's, that we're going to see a decrease in activity come next year. We're definitely hovering about where we expect to see. So I think that's about it for me. I hope that this information is helpful for you. If you have any questions or, would like to know what this means for you, please feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, like and subscribe to the channel, and you'll be notified when the next one of these drops. And I hope you guys have a very happy and safe holiday season. Take care.